Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be answering some questions that you guys sent through to me on Instagram. Let's just jump straight in. Got my tea, got my questions written down, all ready to go. Okay, so the first question I have is, well, it's two questions from the same person. So this is from Cameron Clare. They asked what my favourite animal is. So I don't really have a favourite animal, but I really do like reptiles, and in particular lizards and frogs. They are definitely one of my favourites. And the other question was, how often do I water my pothos? I'm probably not the best person to ask because I do tend to overwater my pothos, which leads them to getting a few yellow leaves and the leaves dropping off. But usually I water when the leaves begin to droop a little bit, because they're quite drought tolerant, I've found. I guess roughly maybe once every 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. It really just depends. Another question is, what plant do I hate? Now, I don't hate any plants. If you are a true plant lover, there wouldn't be really any plants that you hate. Plants that I sort of dislike, I don't know. There's not really ones I dislike. I guess I probably don't really see the appeal with those polka dot plants, I guess. I don't know. Chlorophyll asked me, have I ever thought about going semi-hydro? This is a good question. I have actually thought about it multiple times. I've never really seen the lacquer balls that you use, the clay balls, for semi-hydro. I've never really seen them available. I can't say I've really looked hard enough for them. It is a possibility, but at this stage, no, I've never tried it, but I have thought about it. Okay, Crazy Plants NZ asked what my favourite non-rare plant is. Favourite non-rare plant? It would have to be probably pothos and lipstick plants. So I've got my lipstick plant hanging up here, and it is actually in bloom at the moment. Yeah, I just really love a good trailing plant. You can't beat it, in my opinion. Seashells, as in, I think it's seashells, but seashells. Anyway, she asked about peperomia propagation. Peperomia are probably one of the easiest houseplants to propagate, I've found, and there's a few ways you can do it. So you can take a stem cutting, put it in water, in pumice, in moss, in soil, and it should root. You can also do leaf cutting, so you can cut the leaf in half, put the cut parts in the soil or potting, whatever potting propagation medium you use, and that should root as well. So peperomia are very easy to propagate. Doom Pony asks, do you ever binge purchase in plant stores? Stores? I was going to say shops and stores. Stores. Do you ever binge purchase in plant stores and feel guilty about it? Nope. No regrets. No, I do binge, and no, I don't feel guilty about it. It actually makes me very happy. Pretty Plants asked, is your partner supportive of your plant hobby? Yes, he is supportive. He helped me build my greenhouse. He lets me talk to him about plants, and he's not fussed about them. He doesn't like the house being super overcrowded with plants, which it kind of is at the moment, but once the greenhouse is done, most of them will be going in there, so he's pretty pleased about that. But yeah, he is very supportive and very understanding that it helps me in multiple ways, and that it is a really healthy hobby, I guess. Folium Friend, hey girl, asked, what's my favorite dance move? If you follow me on Instagram, you will see that I do a little Feel Good Friday segment, which I choose a banger, have a little boogie to. It's really fun. Makes me feel good, and the messages I receive, it makes other people feel good, and that's sort of why I do it and why I make a fool out of myself. But my favorite dance move would have to be probably like pretending I can twerk in the mirror, but I really can't. In slow motion, I'm pretty good, but yeah, not doing it fast. Pretty Plants also asked me another question. She said, how long have you had this account for? I'm assuming she means my Instagram account. That account I've actually had for quite a while, a couple of years, but I've only recently turned it into a houseplant account, so I would say it's coming up a year now. Girl on the Av asks, what do you feed your plants and how often? So to be honest, I've probably only fed my plants maybe like twice a year. I'm pretty lazy in terms of feeding them. I probably want to start feeding them a bit more regularly, and I use a fish and seaweed emulsion. It really stinks, it is foul, but it is very good, it is natural. Going off topic a little bit, but I'm really looking into getting my own worm farm and then using the worm castings and the worm wheeze as a fertilizer, like a natural, organic, homemade fertilizer. And they'll eat my scrap, so it's like a win-win. Plant Care is Self-Care asked a few questions. She said, how did you get so fun? I don't know. I was born this way. How did you get into plants and what was my first plant? So I guess I've sort of always loved the outdoors as a kid. I love nature. My mum has the greenest of thumbs. She has a beautiful garden. She's always had a few houseplants inside. So I guess I get it from her. My first houseplant that I managed to keep alive that wasn't a cactus or a succulent was a parlour palm. And once I sort of kept that alive and it was growing and looking good, I was like, yeah man, I can do this. So I bought more and more and more, and it's just spiraled out of control. But no, yeah, so my first houseplant was a parlour palm, and then I think I got like a peace lily, you know, all the basic bitch plants, but yeah, yes. Last two questions. So Foliage Guy asked me, what popular plant am I not a fan of? This is the tea. Popular plant I'm not a fan of. I don't know really. I'm not really a fan of, please don't hate me, but rubber trees, so Ficus elastica, so the variegated ones, the taniki, the something else. I'm just not a fan of rubber trees. I like them, I can appreciate them, the variegated ones are very beautiful, but just not really my cup of tea, you know? And last question from my girl, My Bedroom Jungle, asked, when are we getting married? Whenever you want, babe. Okay, so that was all the questions. Obviously I'm not like hashtag Insta famous, so I'm not bombarded with millions of questions because, you know. But yeah, thank you to everyone who actually took the time to write in and ask me a question. I hope you guys learned something about me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go and make yourself a cup of tea, sit down, relax, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!